So I want to start with our most experienced leaders. So I'm going to ask Chris to go first, please.
You know, I think there are a lot of things, as I think back on my 12 years with the firm, that contributed to my success, but the two things that I feel most strongly about, and I'm trying to pay forward to some of the people that are coming up behind me, is having good mentors and establishing your network internally. And I think those are two things, Leslie, that you spent a lot of time talking about and had some great points. The mentoring part always kind of came obviously to me. I knew, you know, it was my gut instinct from the time that, frankly, before I even started with the firm, that you just need to have good mentors in life. You need to surround yourself with good people that, you know, are going to look out for you, have your best interests, you know, at heart, and frankly give you very candid and honest feedback in a way that other people might not. So, and I did that from the time I started with the firm. I found good mentors who have followed me, you know, throughout my career and helped me to get where I am today. The networking piece didn't always come obviously to me. I guess as a staff person, I always thought I could kind of have my head down and do good work, and the rest would kind of come, right? If you were a hard worker and you did all the right things, you'd be successful. So that took me a little bit longer to figure out, and it probably wasn't until a few years into my career that I figured out that I needed to really be proactive about establishing that network, not only internally within the firm, but externally as well. And it had to be a top priority. I had to, you know, think about who those people were that I needed to network with and connect with, and really be very proactive about it, take advantage of the programs the firm offers to reach out and to meet those people. And those are all things that I try and help our staff and our managers with now.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I think you're going to hear this particularly with our experienced leaders, is the responsibility we feel to help others, and I know that many of you share the same thing, or you wouldn't be here with other members of your firm. So, Deborah, you also have done a fair bit of mentoring, but you've got just a little different take on what made you successful as well. So why don't you talk to us about it?
Yeah, I think one of the important things of being successful is to have a positive attitude, to enjoy what you're doing, not say I'm going to work, oh, the train's going to drag by, but get to the end of the day and say, oh my goodness, where did the time go? Because I'm having so much fun. I know. Probably can't say that. I mean, I used to get teased that I'd sit there and read the code sections and all the rules and the FASBs and the GASBs, but if you really enjoy what you're doing, I think that positive attitude spreads out to the people that you're working with, and they may or may not take an interest in it, but if you enjoy what you're doing, and also the talking part of it, one of the things that Leslie had written on the wall was to enjoy talking and getting to know people. I think when you first start out, you tend to sit there and grind out the numbers and say, I really enjoy this, but as you do more and more of the networking, you say, well, maybe this is more interesting than I thought it would be. So I think the people aspect of it is very important, and it's really rewarding to see people grow within the firm.
Thank you. And again, enjoy what you're doing, so that's great. Let's turn to the emerging leaders, and I want to first ask Rachel to talk to us a little bit about maybe the other side of mentoring, if you would.
Well, to kind of follow on what Deborah said, I think it's important to do what you love, or to love what you do, but it's also really important to do what you love. And I think that one of the things that I think I've learned from my mentors is to really focus on not necessarily getting caught up in doing work, because as we all know, we could work, you know, all day, every day, and never kind of focus and kind of let our work take over our lives, but really to step back and focus on what makes us individually happy, both personally and professionally, and making sure that we find and make the time to achieve those things. And that doesn't necessarily mean that every day you're going to be able to do it, but to have a plan so that this
develops from all of the experiences we have, not just the ones inside our own firms. And this professional society is a great way to begin some of that development. It's great. And last but not least, we have Kristen. And you really are a continuous learner, and why don't you talk to us a little bit about that?